Donald Trump, he, for whatever you think about him, if you like him, if you hate him, he is certainly who he is. He's shown us who he is every single day.
Yeah, which is a fascist. And it's crazy because you still don't have news networks having that conversation. Like, I don't think y'all have enough conversations about it. I feel like I heard more on this network about is Kamala Harris black than I do about, Donald Trump being a fascist. Well, am I wrong, Angela?
Honestly, that's bullshit. I'm sorry.
Oh, I like that.
I'm not. Look, I'm a huge fan of yours. Okay. But to say that we're sitting around discussing is Kamala Harris black, like
I've seen that. I've seen those roundtable discussions a lot. Now that's bullshit, Anderson. For you to say that y'all don't have those conversations.
Sheldon, little bootleg ass studio.
Paul, now it's the motherfucker King Deal. Welcome back to Sheldon's Bootleg Ass Studio. We come to kick it, vibe out, and shoot the shit with Sheldon. I really appreciate each and every last one of y'all for pulling up. Do me a favor, hit that like button, subscribe to the channel. Let's go ahead and get up into this video of today. Now, we have Charlemagne the God and Anderson Cooper from CNN. Alright, now, Charlemagne the God, he goes in on Anderson Cooper, CNN, and the media's treatment of Kamala Harris for questioning her blackness, right? Now, I think this is a legitimate question. Not just a white person question, because a lot of black people were questioning her. So I don't see why Charlemagne would have such a big problem with the media questioning her blackness. But let's find out. Let's see. Maybe he will, disclose that. Maybe he will, give us good explanation on it. Hit that like button. Subscribe to the channel. Let's see what's going down. Trigger warning. I will be stopping this video, pausing it, shooting the shit. If you don't want to hear my commentary, do me a favor. All you got to do is jump off my video and search for this yourself. It's not exclusive to my channel. But for those who are here to kick it, vibe out, and shoot the shit with Sheldon, I really do appreciate you. Make sure you hit that like button, subscribe to the channel. Let's not waste no more time. Let's go and get up into it. Right now.
If you ain't fucking with my nigga Sheldon, nigga, fuck you. Yeah.
That's why it had a reaction. Donald Trump, he, for whatever you think about him, if you like him, if you hate him, he is certainly who he is. He's shown us who he is every single day.
Yeah, which is a fascist. And it's crazy because you still don't have news networks having that conversation. Like when somebody says, when somebody questions Kamala Harris's blackness or is he a DEI hire, y'all will have roundtable discussions about that, asking that question. How come you're not having roundtable discussions asking, is Donald Trump a fascist? Actually not even asking it, stating it.
Maybe because that's not what they believe. Maybe because that's not what they believe, Charlemagne. Maybe because that's what you believe.
I mean, when you look at the things that he's talking about doing, jailing journalists, jailing his political opponents, turning the military on American citizens. The guy said he wanted to terminate the Constitution to overthrow the results of an election. How come that is not the topic of discussion on networks like CNN every day?
But do you think, apparently Trump's going is going to tape a thing with Joe Rogan. Do you think she should do that?
I think that she should keep calling Donald Trump a fascist. And I think that Americans need to keep looking at the rhetoric of Donald Trump because I don't know why we're even thinking about electing.
So you're going to do the same thing politicians do, dodge the question. That's not the question they asked you. They asked you, do you think she should go on Joe Rogan? Nigga, yes or no? You doing the same political stunts, dodging the questions, hitting the matrix on their ass. As soon as they hit your head with a question, let's not do that. Because now I'm starting to have to question your authenticity, bro. You know what I'm saying? Like you ain't keeping it a stack.
Somebody who's talking about putting people in camps. I don't know why why we want to elect somebody who's talking about mass deportation. I don't know why
What's wrong with mass deportation if the person here is illegally? What's wrong with that? I agree with that wholeheartedly. Get your ass out from over here, because if I go over there to your country illegally, you're gonna do the same thing. You may do worse. I may be lost forever, buried alive, or just jailed for life, or deported. What's wrong with that? We are the only sissy ass country that allow people to come over here illegally and then allow them to become entitled once they are here, demanding shit for, like rights and privileges and shit like that, healthcare and goddamn debit cards, all this shit. What are you talking about?
Having this conversation about somebody who wants to terminate the Constitution to overthrow the results of an election. Aren't we supposed to be a patriotic country? Whenever somebody like Colin Kaepernick...
I don't know if he actually said that, so I can't speak to that. And if he did, I'm sure that twisting his words. I am quite sure they twisting his words. Who would want to do away with the Constitution?
Kaepernick takes a knee in this country, everybody talks about, oh, that's so unpatriotic. But a guy can say he wants to terminate the Constitution to overthrow the results of an election, and nobody cares. Like even me bringing it up now, you brought it back to Kamala and Joe Rogan. Anderson,
Yeah.
Who gives a damn?
Well, I mean, I think you give.
It was his question. A question that he thought was a good question. Joe Rogan is a very popular podcaster, and I'm sure he's gonna give some good pushback. Everybody's gonna be tuning in. A lot of people would care, Charlemagne. Fuck are you talking about? I don't get it.
Damn, who's elected president? And
Yeah,
I'm
especially
asking
if that
you.
president is a fascist.
See, Charlemagne is a paid shield. He has to be paid. I mean, he's on a hip hop radio station. You have to understand that these hip hop outlets, they are pushing for the Democrat Party because, I mean, that's just what they do. Understand? Pay attention to everything. All these hip hop stations, they are going to be pushing towards the Democratic Party every election, and it has been like that for years. So of course he's going to be out here caping for the Democratic Party. He may even do what he's doing for his job and go vote red. You know what I'm saying? I don't trust nothing these celebrities got to say because they not walking in the shoes of the real average everyday struggling American. You know what I'm saying? They living up there somewhere, so they just trying to continue on with their agenda, man.
That's talking about putting people in camps. That's talking about, once again, terminating the Constitution to overthrow the results of an election. That's talking about, jailing his political opponents. Yeah. Like, that rhetoric doesn't scare people?
We talk about this every single. This is what
I don't think
I've been talking about this.
He said jailing his political opponents. Okay, well, if they done something illegal like tamper with the election, I mean, they trying to jail him. So why not try to jail them? If he feels he did nothing wrong, if he honestly feels like he did nothing wrong and knows he didn't do anything wrong and that he was really done wrong by those who are trying to prosecute him, or whatever, wouldn't he want to have to fight back? You're not making sense. Charlemagne, it really don't make sense to me. Yeah, if he's been thrown in jail, why would he not want to put them in jail?
Every night.
I don't think y'all have enough conversations about it. I feel like I heard more on this network about is Kamala Harris black than I do about, Donald Trump being a fascist.
Well,
am I wrong, Angela?
Honestly, that's bullshit. I'm sorry.
Oh, I like that.
That's no,
Go
that
ahead,
is that. No, I'm not. Look, I'm a huge fan of yours.
Okay.
But to say that we're sitting around discussing is Kamala Harris black,
I've seen that. I've seen those roundtable discussions a lot. Now that's
true.
bullshit, Anderson. For you to say that y'all don't have those conversations.
I've never asked somebody is.
I'm not saying
Kamala
you.
Harris
I said the
Not you.
network.
He said the network.
I don't think anyone on. I don't think any anchor on this network has been going around saying, "Is she black?"
Y'all have never had a.
We have had. Look, I'm sure we have had, nutty people or people who have strongly held beliefs who I may disagree with, who somewhere on some panel have said something, but I will just speak up for what I do on the show. I do believe it's important to get people different viewpoints as long as they're willing to have a legitimate conversation. What I don't like are surrogates who come out and just spout talking points that they don't even believe, and those are people I tried to eliminate from having ever on the air again.
I think no network has honest conversations about Donald Trump. Nobody's had honest conversations about Donald Trump since 2016. I saw last night they were talking about, the double standard that exists between Donald Trump and the vice president, but it's always a double standard with Trump, whether it's with Hillary, whether it's, against Biden, now with Kamala. We talk about him being a threat to democracy, but we don't treat him like one.
I don't know what you've been watching, but I don't know of any Trump supporters out there or people who like him who are tuning in to me every night to try to get, to be validated in their opinions. I don't know. I don't know. I disagree.
I don't think it's about validating. What do you mean, validating the Trump?
Well, you're saying that we're not, that I guess you're saying I'm not discussing all the things he is saying and doing and pointing it out and talking to, what John Kelly,
Hey, Will, that's that right there. I believe Charlemagne is really he got a battery in his back. I don't think that he really feels the way that he's portraying. I could be wrong, but I think Charlemagne is a whole lot smarter than that. I really do. I think he's a whole lot smarter than that, man. First of all, he said what he said about that ad about the transgenders having being able to have gender reassignments in prison. And then he goes on to try to backtrack it after Donald Trump put out his ad using him in envy. He tried to backtrack it. Yeah, man, I'm not you wishy-washy, bro. I don't know what to believe from you, bro, and I never have. And I don't listen to celebrities no way. But this is just me highlighting the fact that you can't listen to celebrities, bro. They're going to say one thing and then they're going to do another. I honestly believe that he's smarter than what he's portraying. And if he's voting for Kamala, that's his prerogative. Like, do your thing, bro. But yeah, people voting for Trump gonna vote for Trump for whatever reason. I don't get what the big deal is about it. State your reasons for voting for somebody, and don't try to down somebody else for not. Damn, we in America, we got options. But anyway, and what you crying about the conversation about her blackness? Everybody's having this conversation. What they got to do with anything, bro? Just trying to create some type of emotional response from the people, I guess, But I digress. Let me know how you feel about this in the comment section below. If you vibed all the way up until this point, I really do appreciate you. Make sure you hit that like button, subscribe to the channel. Till next time, I'm SheldonVybez, and need y'all to be cool at the other side of the pillow. Stay light on your toes like you're supposed. Oh yeah, no.
If you ain't fucking with my nigga Sheldon, nigga, fuck you.
Oh God.